Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome to a quick tutorial for F1M24 on researching the car parts or researching your car for the following season. Now, what you need to research very much depends on the regulation change that you're going to be seeing for the forthcoming season. Now, if you're not aware, that where you find this out, if we just go back here and into your inbox, it's in here. It'll tell you. You'll typically get a vote on it, and then if we go down for this particular regulation change here, we can see that it is a major change. This is for the going into your third season, the 2026 season. So in this particular season, I mean, you basically want to research everything. The biggest loss is on the chassis, so that means you're going to lose 70% of basically your knowledge or your ability of those attributes on the car, and then everything else is going to be halved. Now, it's not always this drastic. Often it'll be at one aspect, so it might be a side pod or a front wing or a rear wing, so on and so forth. And if that's the case, then that is the part that wherever you've got the most that's being lost, you want to research that the most to sort of make up for it. And anything else you do sort of on other parts, it's just a bonus to help make next year's car that much better than this year's car. So this being the case, yeah, like I say, season 3, you pretty much want to be doing as much as you can. So you go to car development, you go to design and research, you go into research, and you can see I've already got a little bit of chassis work going on, just trying to get ahead of it as much as possible. So, you know, just click on whatever part it is you want to do, and you've got your development hours here. Now, this depends, if you're not aware, on where you came in the championship the previous season. So I think we were 10th in our first season on a creator team, so we've still got pretty good hours. So the way that I would do it is I'd split everything into 3, so I'd be doing 3 things at once. So that's going to be 2.3, and let's say once we're doing a front wing, we probably want a little bit more on the wind tunnel, because it doesn't quite go 3 ways. Now, typically when I'm researching, I like to just do everything as a balanced way, just try and get the best car I can, and then when it comes to sort of bringing upgrades onto the car next year, that's when I'd see where I sit in the field on certain aspects and start to maybe design the upgrades one way or another. If you have a grand vision that your car is going to be amazing in medium speed corners, then you can start researching that way. If you want to be, you know, really quick in a straight line, you can research that way. For me, just do it the balanced way, and that's absolutely fine. And then if we go here now, one thing to be aware of is so we've got 1 engineer right now. If I go to now, watch these numbers over here. If I go to 2 engineers, it goes down. You actually the research isn't going to be as good if you have 1 or more. So if you have more than 1 engineer, every engineer you add, it gets that little bit worse, but you get the research that little bit quicker. Now, if you are not desperate, if you're starting early enough in the season, I mean, I'm April, I'm pretty much starting straight away for next year's car, then you can get away with the 1, get the best research done you can, and yes, it takes a little bit more time, but you'll see the benefit for it at the end. But if you are a little bit desperate, or if you're trying to get stuff done before the end of the season, when you sort of lose all your time, then you just take what you can get. But ultimately, you want to have the best research done you can, and that means 1 engineer, wait the time, and and you'll get better benefits for it. Now, be aware, cost cap. Actually, I can't afford to do this. I haven't got the money to do it. But typically, you would hit continue, and you would then go and spend the money to do the research. But I'm going to have to wait for a race or 2 here, unfortunately, but it'll be the same ATR period. But yeah, just be aware, it does come out of your cost cap, so you just need to not go silly if you don't have much cost cap left. But it should be fine, because instead of researching, instead of designing and developing and manufacturing parts, if you're just doing the research, it should work out okay for you. But anyway, that's how you do it. I would love to continue with this, but I have no money. So I will see you there. If you want to join me at Aussie Villain Racing, please do so. Otherwise, I'll see you next time. Take care.